If you are looking for the very best deals to stock up your sewing room or get a gift for somebody who sews, now is the time because I have all the deals ready for you for Prime Day 2024. Let's get shopping. So I am in a hotel room in Atlanta right now. So if the sound quality or the picture's a little sketch, I'm really sorry, but I just could not wait to get these deals out available to you to check out. So let's go ahead and start with the basics, cutting mats. You want a nice cutting mat, something that's self-healing to lay your fabric out, use a rotary cutter, even if you're just laying your patterns out. So the one that I chose for this year is the Crafty World 24 by 36 inch cutting mat. It is self-healing, it is two-sided, it is non-slip, all those things that we're looking for, and it is a whopping 33% off this Prime Day, so I would go ahead and grab one now. I do like that size, or even larger if you have the room, because if you're laying out any kind of garment, the smaller cutting mats may look like a great deal, but I promise you're just gonna go crazy in the end. Another option for cutting mats I want to talk about is this Fiskars. It's also a 24 by 36 inch, but it folds. So if you're in a small space, you can fold this up and slip it under a bed. I was looking for a Prime Day deal on an even smaller folding cutting mat because I would like one that could fit inside of my luggage so that if I have to do some hotel room sewing, like I might on a trip like this, I could have it, but I really just didn't find any, unfortunately, on the Prime deals or really at all, but I know you can get them at Joann's. So I'll probably just bite the bullet and pick one up when I get home. All right, let's move on to blades. I found a great rotary blade this year. I'm really happy with it. I think I might even buy one, even though, you know, I have a million rotary blades in my sewing room. I like this one because it has 9 additional blades, 3 of which are specialty shapes. So you want to trim and cut your edges by like cutting the little scissor marks, but to make them lay smooth on curves, but that can take a really long time. So you might want to try pinking shears instead, but the rotary cutter will cut pinks and curves for you with their special replacement blades. And I think that's a really great deal, especially as it is only $11. So definitely don't sleep on this one. My favorite straight ruler this year is not a Prime Day deal. It's just a regular good deal. It's about $20. It's the Fiskars sewing ruler. It's a thick enough acrylic plastic that if you kind of run over it with your rotary cutter a little bit, you're not going to damage it. And I love how the numbers are like bright pink, easy to read against almost all your fabrics. So this is the one that I find myself reaching for the most in the sewing room. Even though it's not a Prime Day deal, it's a great item. If you don't mind dropping some serious cash, but saving yourself some serious frustration, I've been addicted to these French European scissors. I think I have the 10 inch, these are the 8 inch. Guys, these guys, they're sharp, they stay sharp, they have nice weight in your hand. I really, really love these, but they are not for the faint of heart. So let me find you a good Prime Day deal alternative. Okay, I was just saying I've been using a 10 inch fabric scissor lately, but here are some fabric scissors. They say they're heavy duty for leather and tailoring. They come in 8, 9, and 10 inches, and honestly, for 13 bucks on a Prime Day deal, I think they're worth trying. I don't personally have them, but I mean, 13 bucks. And they look pretty solid. So this would be my go out on a limb. I don't feel like spending $80 scissors. Thread snips are pretty much thread snips. I love this one on the Prime Day deal because it does have its own little cap that it snaps into that you can wear it around your neck, because everyone who sews knows the minute you put that thread snip down, it's gone forever. So on this one, you can just wear it around your neck, and I think that's pretty convenient. All right, guys, you might think I'm a little bit crazy for this one, and maybe I am, but I found this dining room table for $83 that completely folds down and comes with drawer storage. So I'm thinking craft table, sewing table, maybe even cutting table if you don't mind sitting while you cut, if you need to sit while you cut, because it is a yard, almost a yard wide and 2 long. So it's close. You could definitely lay out a pretty sizable pattern there, or put your sewing machine, or just have extra space in your sewing room that collapses and folds away. And let me tell you, tables like this, tables that fold away and have drawers like this, they are normally like, as you can see up here, They're usually around more 200, 300. So that specific one that I'm linking down below, you can find any of the products that I'm talking about linked down below. This is such a good steal, but let me find you a proper standing height cutting table too. All right guys, for the actual standing height cutting table, you can kind of scroll, and this is the style that I have right here, except for mine doesn't have storage underneath, but the leaves do drop down and fold. It's pretty standard, but there aren't really any great deals out there. So maybe on this purchase, you wait a little bit until something better comes up. This one right here is my recommendation for last year, but I think last year they had it on a Prime Day deal. This year, it's still just the 131. All right, I believe this may have been one of my picks for last year. A great Prime Day deal. You get this amazing chalk, friction pens, pencils, all in the same kit for $7. Well, $7.19 on Prime Day. I really like this because you need different marking tools for different situations, and you have a lot of room in this kit to kind of try them all and decide which one you like best, which one you want to use the most, or what colors you need. It has like all the colors you would need for the different colors of fabric that you could be working with. So I think this is my entire marking pick. I take it back. I want to include also these Pilot Friction Fine Liner erasable markers. I love them for precision marking on your fabric. You just use them like a pin, and then when you iron your fabric, they vanish. The only bad thing is you can't mark as well with dark fabric with these pens. But Prime Day, you get all these different colors. It's 58% off. Go ahead and throw one of these into your basket as well. All right, now we're gonna get to the sewing category, and we're gonna start it off strong with sewing machines that you can, yes, get on Amazon. The first pick is just a nice beginner heavy duty machine, and I want to have a big giant caveat here. You're going to see a lot of machines, especially in the Prime Deal section of Amazon, that are around $100 or less. They're going to have cutesy colors, and like they're going to say like super easy, super simple. The problem with buying a very inexpensive entry-level machine is that they are more prone to problems. I cannot tell you how many sewing classes I personally have taught where people try to tell me they're bad at sewing, and honestly, they're just using an extremely finicky machine that even I would struggle with. So all the machine recommendations that I have for you are machines that are of higher quality, higher price point. You're not going to see the, $99 special. But the one I want to start off with is very affordable. It's the Singer Heavy Duty Bundle. It is on an Amazon deal today for $260. It is a Singer, it is heavy duty. So it's not going to give you that frustration that you would have with a low level machine that like is thrown out of time the second time you used it. And yes, I've absolutely seen that happen. The other cool thing about this, and it just happens to be this way, is that it is a Singer, so it does come with one free class at a Singer dealer, and I'm a Singer dealer, so you could come take the class with me at my work, but you can look on the website and a whole bunch of those will populate for you. So although I love having my YouTube channel, there's nothing quite like having a physical person there with you to help you, especially if you're new to sewing. All right, looking at Sergers, I like this Brother 1034. I had a Serger that was like in this same line when I first started out, when I first got married, and it makes a beautiful stitch. It's fairly beginner friendly as far as Sergers go. It is not an air threader, and let me tell you, I burned the motor out on that machine 3 times before I upgraded to a Husqvarna machine. So if you're just gonna do a little serging and you're ready to get your feet wet, this it's not a Prime Day deal, but it's a good price anyways. It's $209 for a fairly good beginner level serger. It's worth the buy. For a more high-end sewing or embroidery machine, I would say come see me. I'm at the Husqvarna in the Woodlands, and I could definitely help find the right machine for you. When you start wanting to really invest in the hobby, you don't want to buy the machine online. You want to physically try it out, see how it feels, see if it's going to meet your needs, and talk with a professional, because there are so many amazing things out on the market that you really just can't understand until you try it yourself. So if you can't come see me, you know, go see your local Husqvarna dealer and try out some of our stuff. It's a lot of fun. Still in the sewing category, we're gonna go ahead and talk about sewing machine thread. Gooderman is my absolute favorite, but they do not have an amazing Prime Day deal going on. So if I had to pick an actual Prime thing, I would probably look at none of these. These are all the same brand that are actually on Prime Day. And I haven't personally tried this brand, so we're just not gonna talk about thread today. Same thing with sewing needles. I'm not seeing a huge like Prime Day deal from a brand that I trust. So let's go on to sewing pins. Now we're talking. All right, pins, I got some deals for you. Check out this kit of 200 flathead iron safe pins. That means they're kind of made out of this plastic on the top that doesn't melt when you iron over it, so you can iron in place. And it is $5 for 200 of these. I also really love this set of 600 pearlized pins. They're 1.5 inches, so they're good for when you're dealing with those thicker fabrics. And I like the pearlized because for some reason it catches my eye, so I don't, like if I'm missing one, I can go ahead and grab it before I sew it up in the seam or give it to someone as a gift. The shine on the pin just helps me see them a little bit better. When you are doing general sewing, not embroidery, you want to match your top and bottom thread, and once you start getting several colors in your sewing room, it can be hard to keep all those bobbins organized because of course you want to have a bobbin to match each thread. I love this assorted kit because these right here, the ones that clip right onto your spool, are the ones that I personally use. But this kit also has this style where it kind of goes down into the spool, so you can kind of try some different things and see what works for you. Plus they're fun colors, so that's just fun. All right, let's move on to irons and ironing boards. There are a couple of things that I look for when I'm picking out an excellent quality iron. Maybe remake that its own YouTube video. Go ahead and drop a link in the comments below if that is something that you would be interested in. And let me know. But I saw this Chi steam iron. They make hair products. I've never seen them do an iron before, but it does seem to be a related market. And already this iron has a lot of the features that I really do like to see, including multiple steam holes and a nice sharp point for getting into those corners. So although I've never tried a Chi branded iron before, I would definitely be willing to try this one out. It looks like a winner. I do want to go ahead and include this Rowena as well. They are a standard name in the industry. They make consistently good irons for home use, so this is one that I would also consider. Full confession, you guys could probably already guess, I'm not personally buying a lot of these items for Prime Day because I have a pretty well-stocked sewing room, but one thing I absolutely am clicking add to cart on right now is this wool pressing mat. I've been on the fence about buying one for a while because I do have a full ironing board, but I was told by a quilter the other day that the reason she likes her pressing mat is because she can pin directly into it. She can pin her fabric right into it. And that got me thinking how much easier it would be to do a lot of the techniques that I do if I could just pin directly into the mat. So she has me convinced, and I will absolutely be buying one of these mats today. What do I wish I was getting this Prime Day? Still in the ironing section, actually. I wanted one of these wall-mounted cabinet ironing boards forever. I have my whole sewing room station upstairs. That's where everything is. But sometimes you're just trying to get dressed and you need to press something really fast before you run out the door, or before you hang it up in your closet. I want one of these in my bedroom so bad. And this is my favorite one. So if you are shopping and you're luckier than me, check this out. Maybe Christmas, right? It's only a couple months away. So that is this year's 2024 Great Sewing Room Stock Out. Nope, I lie. Nope, we missed the whole category. I'm kidding. Welcome to the other category. We're gonna start off with sewing boxes. Those of you who know me know that I hate sewing boxes. They're too small. There's not enough pockets. What are you supposed to do with those? So When I need a sewing kit on the go, when I need a sewing box, I like a toolbox, and I actually have this one from Amazon. It is on sale. They do have a different colors and size options, and this is the one that I use for my sewing machine repair kit. Very sturdy, lots of pockets. Moving on to notions, a lot of these actually are not on a Prime Day sale, but they're just an everyday, regular, incredible price. And I felt like including them because I'm going to be clicking add and putting them in my video. I've been doing some bags lately, both on my online channel and in the actual classroom, and these zippers are so cute. So I'm gonna pick up a couple more today. Another thing I'm adding to cart tonight is this Prime Day deal of 10 yards of rose gold zipper. So on this style of zipper, you cut it at whatever length you need, and then you put the pull on. I'll have a video up on that soon. Again, if you're interested, drop a comment in the comment section so I know that that's a video that we should make. I mentioned I've been doing a lot of bag making videos and classes lately, so I really love this kit that has all the different components that you would need for a really cute and professional making bag. I like this rainbow set. It's got 25, sorry. I thought I was gonna say it has 25 pieces, it's 25 millimeter. But I like the anodized gold, but they have the rose gold, they have light gold, they have, you know, a bunch of different colors for you to choose from, as you can see. And they're almost all on the Prime Day deal, so this is a good one too. Let's talk sewing tables. I'm a big fan of you just sew. So if you don't have the room for a specific sewing room and a sewing table, just take it out of your closet and put it on your kitchen table if you have to. You should just get making. It doesn't have to be perfect. But if you do have the luxury of a sewing room and you're looking for a sewing table, I like this one on Prime Day because a lot of the smaller ones, it's just not worth it. They're too small. They're just not worth the space they're gonna take up. This one has a good design, a place for your legs to go underneath. That's the other kind of flaw with a lot of the tables that are out there. And this that pops out and closes in on the sliding drawer right here, this part, that's where you put your sewing machine when you're not using it. Because for people that have a tighter space, but still have enough room for a dedicated sewing table, you put that sewing machine away and either it becomes a regular desk or it becomes your cutting table. So I like the versatility of having a place to store your machine when it's not in use. Now, one thing that we're not going to be doing is this. What is that? You could cram so much more thread into that space than the way they're utilizing it. So I would just take all the pegs out and, I don't know, keep scissors there or pins or something. Use it as another drawer. So, oh, that's a picture of what I was talking about where it like stores the sewing machine. So absolutely, I think this is a really good, solid sewing room table. I could go on and on about what makes a good sewing machine, sewing chair. But the thing that is the most important is that you like it. It's comfortable for you to sit in for a long period of time while you're sewing. But one thing I think we can all agree on is that in the sewing room, all those little threads get kind of like pulled up into the rolly wheels and make it like impossible to actually use the rolly part of your rolly chair. And that is where these wheels come in. I love these, you guys. You pop them out of your regular like office chair wheel. You just like pull those out and you push these in, and it's these huge fat rollerblade wheels. The thread can't get up and it's too high, and you roll better than ever. So whatever your favorite rolling sewing room chair is, give it an upgrade this Prime Day with these wheels. One thing no sewing room ever has enough of is light. And so one of the solutions is to get an extra light. I like these. They clamp onto your table so you're not gonna knock them over when you're moving around. Just kind of clamp it behind your sewing machine and you can pull it over, you can maneuver it where you need to see it. And it has that magnifying glass built in, so when you're ripping stitches, the light and the magnifying glass are part of the same unit. And you can focus it on your hand to get those little boo-boos out. Another way to get a little more light into your sewing room is an LED stick-on strip that you can put right into the throat of your machine, as you've seen here. It has a little battery pack. You peel the backing off and you stick it wherever you need it, and then you can switch it on and off. I do like this one because the battery pack and everything is already attached. Some LED kits ask you to put it together yourself. It's not a Prime Day deal, but at $9, I had to at least tell you guys about it. All right, I think this is our very last category. It's in the furniture category. It's organization. Now, you might have noticed in my latest videos that I have a huge wall-size pegboard up. So these pegboard accessories would be just perfect for that. There's 248 pieces, so there's something there for everything. However, that's probably not the one I'm actually going to buy, because of course I saw this one over here and it's got pink. And the baskets. I really need baskets and like mini shelves. So I think this is the one that I'm gonna go with this Prime Day. I'll put both in my in the links though. Remember, if you like any of these products, if you click one of the links in my description, then I get a small commission and you're really helping my channel out. So if you were thinking about buying, click that link and get it from me. Still in storage, got an organization. I love this cart. It's got some storage space. You could definitely put some drawers underneath there too, but it has a nice flat work surface on top that's perfect for your memento, your Cricut, your silhouette, or maybe just even a small cutting area if you don't have room for that giant cutting mat I was talking about earlier. If you are wanting to go just a little bit smaller than this one right here is smaller with more drawers. So this may be more of a crafting situation rather than a sewing situation, but I do like that it's got that flat work surface on top. I am all about using every available inch of space. Those are my picks for Amazon Prime Day Stock Your Sewing Room 2024. Let me know what you bought. Let me know what you found. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and drop a comment below so I know what kind of content would be the most interesting and valuable for you guys. I love that we're all learning together, and I hope that you had a very successful Prime Day shopping trip. Show me your sewing room with all the cool stuff in it. All right, see you next time.